Hi, this is FAROUK one of the contributors to the collection of Asian short stories with a story titled Temp Matches. It is set in the early years of Malayan independence in the port city of Penang. It tells a tale of a 15-year-old schoolboy who has to self-finance his studies when his lone parent, his father, walked out on him. The boy comes up with ingenious ways to earn some extra bucks to finance his schooling. The story tells of an incident on a hot Friday afternoon. He's about to board the ferry bound to Butterworth, and the custom officers are doing spot checks. It would have been a non-event if not for the fact that he is carrying something which is classified as contraband.
I'm Wan Ping Lim, and I'm reading from my story Snakebridge Temple. My uncle, he has a mistress and bought her a piece of land out here by the temple. Mistresses must be expensive if they require a piece of land. My Tiao Tiao, he was a rich man. But now he's gone, and he's left behind my Yi and her daughters. Tonight, as I'm lighting my second cigarette, I see this mistress. She's young like one of Yi's daughters. She looks rounder than I remember, but it has only been a month since the funeral. She comes in with an older man, nobody I recognize. I look at her, but she pretends not to see me. Surely she knows who I am. She saw me every freaking 5 days of the week. How much you selling that land for, I ask. I don't know, she says, walking past me. She thinks I don't know about the land. I may be 19, but I know things. On this island, people talk.
Back inside his own living room, the aircon purring away, but consoling him less than it used to, Clisty filled a tall, double-walled glass with iced tea and considered the facts. The facts were: A. The YAKUZA had possibly killed a burglar 3 houses down from Clisty's, and, if so, had done this without being either seen or missed. B. The community guards were going to dispose of the body. Clisty wasn't sure which out of A or B disturbed him more. He'd asked Pinit. They can do that. Just get rid of a corpse.
I'm SHIKHANDIN, and I'm going to read an excerpt from my story, Patchwork. But before that, quite often economy plays a role when it comes to changing one's faith in India, a country where vast numbers live way beneath the poverty line, where one's accident of birth is a major factor in deciding one's destiny. Some try desperately to break away. They will clutch at anything, even a different God, if the transition will grant them even a glimmer of hope for a more dignified future. Patchwork is a story of one such couple. Here's an excerpt. Joy is known for his neatness, the quality of his work. He has the aura of an educated man about him, even though he couldn't finish school. His colleagues find him friendly but reserved. They sense a certain hunger in him. They find him fastidious in his attire, in spite of the paint stains. And even though they have never met peace face to face, they know all about her talent for sewing. Some of them have also seen Joy on his way to church on Sundays, nattily dressed, flanked by a pair of small children in cleverly put together patchwork clothes, and a woman who they assume must be peace.
It was dark when they reached their destination, and the light September breeze hinted at the winter to come. Maheshji hired a coolie to carry their luggage and directed them through poorly lit, rough paths across a countryside that seemed to have more empty spaces than houses. They could hear the barking of innumerable dogs, and now and then a rough male voice yelling words they could not understand. They had walked for some 15 minutes before they reached a small 2-storied house with lighted windows. "This my auntie's house," said Maheshji as he ushered them in. "She will ready you for marriage tomorrow." "Tomorrow?" asked ANMULU's father. "But we have not seen the boy and his family, and they have not seen my..." "What is there to see?" Maheshji said in an amused tone. "All is arranged. You sleep now, and tomorrow We will have marriage.
Dr. Date wreathes an arm around my shoulders. It is thick and veiny. What is the currency of the club? He waves a hand at our surroundings. Money? Wrong, twerp. Look again. Velvet sofas line the edges of a dark marble table, atop a dais at the far end of the room. Women clad in cocktail dresses that sparkle and flow to their movements surround a man wearing a coin-grey sharkskin suit. Baby blue silk tie undone, he hoists a 3-liter bottle of Belvedere in the air and feeds the clear liquid that bursts from its pore spout into the gaping mouths of these perfect tens.
What use had that fair skin of hers ever been? Lali wondered bitterly. Jitu said that Americans, especially the white ones, became excited whenever the sun was shining, that they craved sunshine rather than sheltering from the heat indoors. She found that hard to believe, but Jitu never lied. Besides, he had admitted to being puzzled himself by the American ritual of tanning, when people smeared cream all over themselves and lay outdoors half-clothed, in their gardens and even in the parks, Jitu said. Lali couldn't imagine it. There was so much she would have to learn.
Grandma's plump and round and sweet little ladybug is at this moment hanging high up in the air, giving the city a baptism. I once observed the movements of the ladybug when I wandered through the woods with my grandmother. From the bottom of the tree, it climbed up the trunk, eating the aphids on the way, and when the critter reached the top, it flew off to another tree. The way the ladybug spread out its round wing covers, colored red and marked with a pattern of black dots, and proudly flew off with a quiver.